Super quick for the actual video, I now have a Twitter, which I'm going to link. I have literally just started this up, and I will hopefully be posting lots of interesting things if you have missed my unique brand of humour and quality content. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Now onto Aphelios Top. What is up, everyone? Today I'm just going to be talking about Aphelios top lane. Now, you may or may not have seen or heard about this. I would say it's pretty under the radar right now, but there are definitely people in Korea solo queue, like top of the challenger ladder, making this work, and it is extremely oppressive. It's, in essence, combining both a marksman DPS and like bruiser stats by using Hullbreaker. Now, there's a high possibility of this getting nerfed, to be honest, because it is actually completely disgusting if you get it to be working well. I have no idea how to play Aphelios, and I am terrible at playing ADCs, but this build solves most of those issues because you can just face tank everyone, and they can't kill you, and you still do obscene DPS. So let's get on to the runes before I talk a little bit more actually in-game. So the runes, they're a lot up to you. Some people seem to go the resolve tree for the bone plating versus bursty matchups, but you can't go wrong with just a mix of sustain and damage. You can also go Conqueror. I personally prefer lethal tempo because it gives you ridiculous high moments, and Last Stand is better in a solo lane, I would say. You don't see it quite as much on ADC, so your runes are a little bit different to what you'd take as ADC Aphelios, but mostly pretty similar. So now let's get on to actually talking about the build itself. Okay, so quick rundown. What is the build? You want to start with Doran's Blade. This is pretty inflexible. It's just the best option, mostly, for ADC's top lane. It gives you a mix of everything you want. If you're super greedy, you might be able to start Cull or a Longsword, but it's basically just always best to go Doran's Blade. And then you are pretty much always going to want to go for the Immortal Shield Bow with this build. Aphelios mostly goes Kraken Slayer in ADC, but in top lane you will definitely appreciate the extra bruiser style when you combine it with the Hullbreaker, and this is basically what you're looking for. This gives you a mix again of everything you want, and it's really giving you the anti-burst options that you will need. Boots, I go Berserker Greaves unless they have a sort of Trinity Force Divine Sunderer style bruiser and an AD jungler. Then you can go Plated Steel Caps, but bear in mind you're not building that much attack speed with the rest of this build, so you've got to have really good reason to really require the Steel Caps. And next, the item that makes this build absolutely disgusting is the Hullbreaker. This normally pops up on Aphelios top as a suggested item. See if I can find it in the normal shop. Where are you? There we go. It's a cheap item. What does it give you? 20. It normally gives you more than 20, but that's just because. Let's just level up. Is it not working at the moment? I'm not sure it's working great in practice at all, but normally you'll have it around level 11 anyway. And this is just insanely gold efficient, basically. It lets you push towers down super fast with the extra 20% damage and minion buffing, and it's also just resists. Both flat resists. This will beef you up against these sort of magic pen or armor pen style champions, and an Aphelios that can't be bursted down is an Aphelios that will utterly fuck you up if you've got White Gun, the hula hoop of death. If you aren't killing Aphelios and you're standing in melee range, you are not going to last long. So leveling order, basically just attack damage. It's not that complicated, and then lethality or attack speed. Most Aphelios players do go lethality now, but that's with a normal ADC build, and that's normally with the Collector, but you're not building that here, so basically just, if you think your opponent's building armor at all, build attack speed, but if you think you're going to be able to farm loads of squishies, just go lethality. So what else is there to talk about here? Next items, it's basically pretty flexible. I normally go a Bloodthirster. This is because you just really want to double down on the they can't burst you, so put out as much DPS as you possibly can. Getting free resists along with the Bloodthirster is super efficient because when you're drain tanking, each point of damage you take is if you got to take 1,000 damage, having the extra resists really boosts that up. That was poorly explained, but basically having resists plus lifesteal is a very good combo. Next, you'll consider Lord Dominic's or Infinity Edge. You don't often want Runelands for the simple reason you aren't team fighting. This build is really obnoxious in that you go to a lane and you sit in that lane and do nothing else but split push all game. Hullbreaker, you can 1v2, 1v3, especially if you have red-white gun. This is probably better explained in the full game, which is why I've attached a full game to the end of this video. But you want to look for PowerPoints of when you can abuse Aphelios' ridiculous 1v2, 1v3 power. Yeah, I'm not sure there's too much to talk about in terms of build. It's fairly simple. The intricacies of being good at Aphelios top, it's going to be very high skill cap, but you can basically make it work while barely knowing how to play Aphelios at all, because Hullbreaker gives you enough resists that you don't have to do perfect kiting, and you can just get away with playing a bit like an 8, because if it is so overstated compared to everyone else, the build's just that broken. Yeah, I guess I will add anything more into the comments if I think of anything else, but that's pretty much it. It's relatively simple. Just take it to a lane, run people down, and just keep playing like Tryndamere. Just push a lane until you get to the Nexus. That is really it. You're trying to draw as much pressure as possible, and unless they send 3 people, you can reliably 1v2, which you might be able to see a bit in the game. I'm about to show at the end. The game, I think there are some good moments in it, and you gotta hope your team does use your pressure well, but that's the same for any top lane split pusher, the struggles of the top laner. Yeah, that covers it. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, this is the game of Aphelios top. So this is in FlexQ, full disclaimer. It's mostly a mix of plats and diamonds in this game. It's not really smurfing because I'm not a top or ADC player, support main, so I consider this a fair game. What have we got on our team? This is a Cho'Gath with Smite. That should be super abusable. So Cho'Gath is going to be easy in the first few levels, then probably he's going to have too much sustain for me to poke him out, unless I really push hard. So I've got to just risk being ganked, basically. Hope my jungler plays around me. But the thing is, I will scale so hard and be so annoying in the side lane anyway that I'm not too concerned about not getting a massive lead early game. Cho'Gath will be able to do nothing to me after I get 2 or 3 items. You didn't think you were getting any of that wave, did you? I'll use the bush to drop aggro all the time. Hit those. I probably shouldn't waste that ammo actually, because I want the blue green gun? Yeah, green. The long range gun to harass as much as I can. It's the best gun at getting him from outside of turret range. Yeah, you see Cho'Gath's sustain is super high. A lot of champs just can't deal with that at all, just the auto attacks constantly. But Cho'Gath's one of the better ones at it. Oh no, my cannon! Oh, fuck you. That's the worst possible outcome. I will not forgive you for this, Cho'Gath. Probably dropping aggro more with the bush. Nice thing about the red gun is it's instant, there's no cast time. And I'll be going lethality next. That's just the current best build on Aphelios, they've buffed quite a few times. Oh boy. I thought I got Cho'Gath flash, it's not too bad. He didn't need to flash there, that was completely wasted by him. So it's actually a good game to show off Aphelios top, because it's a game I'm losing in. And this really shows off how obnoxious the Aphelios split push can be, even from extremely behind. Do I need to TP? There's nothing to TP to. Ah, he's fine. So Cho'Gath got the kill, not optimal, but not too bad. I feel like I'd have to fall ridiculously far behind for it to be constant kill threat from a Cho'Gath. I may have to start freezing the wave rather than perma-shoving there. Kept my TP as well, which is nice. You died to Akshan 1v1. Twice you died to Akshan 1v1, that champ sucks. Oh, okay, Cho'Gath's just stacking armor. This is going to be a just farm it out lane. Get rid of this. Basically, the purple gun sucks unless really specific situations, so you want to just dump the ammo as soon as possible by using the passive. Passive active, I mean. Oh, it does set up for ganks. That's very nice. And Rengar is nicely helping me shove it out. I don't really need it there. Got the TP. I guess it's kind of helpful. And just in time, get the Infernum gun, which is great for wave shoving. I want to uninstall. The cannons have been just trolling me. And I will TP back here. Just going to pick up a ton of sustain options. Feeling like Viego will be back top soon. But this means I just can't get shoved out of lane. And I'm not going to be able to shove Cho'Gath out of lane probably too, but the extra sustain is going to be really nice. Don't fight the white gun Aphelios, he will fuck you up even if you've got a bit of armor. It's the red gun when you get absolutely stupid 1v1s, but top laners just don't know how to deal with Aphelios. Like, that's reasonable. How often they face freaking Aphelios top, but you do not fight white gun Aphelios ever, is a really simple tip to pick up. He will absolutely fuck you up. This is the gun combination you want to turn 1v2s. Red gun, white gun is absolutely disgusting, and if they stand next to you, they will just die. Even if it's 1v2 or 1v3, the sustain and damage is absurd. I want to show you, you want to try and fight me with the most OP gun combo. Although the only thing you do need to watch out for is you need to be not in a minion wave, because otherwise your red gun will auto-target minions. Sadly I ran out of red gun ammo. But either way, gets the message across, don't mess with me when I've got that combo. Should have enough for the 1300 gold ADC item now. I can't remember what it's called. Moon Quiver, something like that. Basically, we just want to get rid of the ammo of this. Give me a useful gun, please. I suppose I could use it to set up for a gank. It's literal only use if I'm imminently setting up for a gank. That's all I want. Ooh, actually, yeah, we got perhaps a party top. White girl Aphelios. Yep, do not mess with that. Although I probably could have played that better to make sure Rengar didn't die, but that's okay. This is going much better than pretty much any Aphelios top I've played. Game I've played. Normally in my ass off in early laning phase. It's so easy to kill you in lane. Nice, I'm gonna have my full item. That's ridiculously far ahead. Please don't stop my base. Okay, yeah, I'll have the full shield bear, this would be ridiculous. So it's shield bro and then a Hullbreaker. And then I will just run down a minion wave and permanently split push your game. It doesn't even matter that my team are fucking shitters. Hopefully. How'd you feed so hard as cat versus action? That's kind of depressing, losing that lane. Just anything losing lane to action. He's so bad right now. He's sitting at like 35% win rate. Champion is not good. I'm so disgustingly ahead. At this point, I want to try and get a white gun and like force them to gank me, because I will win 1v2s. I should probably not do that. Forgot bounty. It's really obnoxious getting hit by that. Look at that. Pick up some plates now. Cho'Gath's out of mana. Shove his tower down. Hopefully they didn't forfeit at 15 or something, because I want to get to the Hullbreaker. Shit gun ammo. So I've got the OP gun combo going up next. I just need to survive until then, and then hope I can be free or something. So yeah, obviously, as you can see, very quick at pushing turrets. Okay, let me dump this gun ammo, then I'll go fight. That's the one bad thing about Aphelios, not just Aphelios top in general, but Aphelios in general, is you need to get your guns, so which can involve you letting your team die while you're not doing anything for a bit. Oh yes, please come here. Ah, fuck's sake, that was a fraction of a second away from just murdering them all. That would have been beautiful. So I got one kill, but that really wasn't good enough for me being ahead. What do I want? Seems to be attack speed boots. I sometimes go Tabai, but I think I would need to have two opponents I can use Tabai on easily for that to be worth it. That makes me sad. I don't think I could have played that much better. Maybe I could have flashed something, but mostly I just don't have enough items yet to do that. It's the Hullbreaker you need to just be a 1v3, 1v4 machine. It's the ridiculous resists you get on top of the high damage. cull them now. So 1,000 more gold. I probably should have gone Conqueror in this matchup, just because tanks Conqueror is better versus. There's no point me TPing behind them there. Watching the map for a TP, it just doesn't seem like a good time to. I don't really want to try and play around that cat. Cat is super far behind and pretty useless right now. Doesn't camps. Don't have the right guns for a 1v2 right now. If I had Hullbreaker, I would push up further, or if I had the right guns. But probably not a good idea right now. Gotta wait out a little bit. One more item, be a bit more patient, that'll be all good. Sure, you can go and get that. Don't give me kills to melee now, but that's okay. Yeah, come on, I dare you. I would totally try that if I had the Hullbreaker finished, but I will leave that for now. Here we go, item I've been talking about. There's no Baron yet. I'll come down for the dragon. I mostly just want to sit in the side lane and push with the Hullbreaker active. Which is why I'm considering not taking TP on this build, because I don't really want to join a team fight ever. That's right. Respect the Aphelios. Yeah, that's right. You don't get to do that to me. Didn't even have the good guns there. Just the Hullbreaker resists being super good. Top lane, big minion wave. I'm probably no Bloodthirster next. Yeah, I'm going to be this big minion wave here that I want. And revive. Here you go. Okay. So I've got the OP gun coming up next, so I'm probably going to do a complete BM pay and just like run around their jungle until someone tries to come kill me and just murder them all. Oh, hello Viego. I do want the white gun though. She's putting so much pressure, that's the other thing. You know I can't do much else, they have to answer me, or I'm going to just kill everything. Okay, you're trying to collapse on me. That's fine. That's the thing, they're so concerned with trying to stop me, they don't know what to do. I don't want you near me. You're too close, Rengar. Please leave my lane, that will do. Yeah, I really want them to try and come kill me. I'll also just melt their turret if they refuse to. They're pretty afraid. I mean, they've got good reason to be, but I was kind of hoping people would come fight me. Instead, they're just losing turrets all over the map, which I guess is fine by me, if a little boring. Too tanky! Okay, I overestimated my damage versus the Cho'Gath there. Let's get the Lord Dominic's. That'll mean I can just keep killing him in a side lane. And Lord Dominic's is a high damage item in the first place. So I'm going to want to split bot, and then they should get Baron. Because they will have to send multiple people to stop me. Oh wait, hang on. I'll allow this. Yeah, not getting away with that. My dragon. Oh, what? Fuck you! Oh, I did so much work for that. Very rude. Probably should place my control ward. I was being lazy. I assumed Viego would care about the fact that my team are ending in his base. I want my white gun, but I need more than 5 ammo. Oh, that's a big revive. Biggest action passive I've seen yet, which is 2, which isn't really very impressive to be honest. Champion is kind of bad. Please don't come near me, cat. I want my Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker damage is stupid to turrets. 20% extra is just ridiculous. On an ADC especially. Just melt them. Right, doing it. Come on, action, swim on top of me. Okay, they're just going to send 6 to stop my push. It's annoying, but okay. Cool. Even don't get to water the tower once. Screw you, Ziggs. Soloq are actually disabled by Hullbreaker passive. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't want to be near you! You're actively ruining my item, Soraka. I could have done that with just my own lifesteal. Fun fact for Hullbreaker, if a spam uses up 2 lines, that is incredibly useful for BM, or annoying your team. Everyone wants like the meta for spamming your own team's chat. That seems like a good candidate. Yeah, I think we should just ban him now. Let's get rid of the Infernum ammo. I want some Crescendum's White Guns back. You are too close, Soraka. Big kiting ability. Clicked a few times. So I don't particularly want to pick a fight with action right now. I don't have the best gun combo, but it's okay. Yeah, Soraka's running around Vincent for some reason. Whatever. I will force them to come to me. I hate 6. Sending 6 is the way to stop me, like refusing to fight me, like any split pusher. But it means why is my team coming to me? Don't follow me around. Why are you here? You're literally less helpful than being AFK following me around or disabling my items passive. So we can do dragon. Push a wave. Gonna push. Ignore everything. I could have turned that. Shuggerfault denied me. Yeah, you were there too, Cat. Very helpful. Okay. Probably should have helped my team earlier. That's okay. They did cat int. Wait, they the revive. That's annoying. So I tried to go for the big Infernum out there, but they weren't quite grouped up enough for it to start the full chain, which would have killed them all. And then I got one, but it wasn't enough. Big trigger fault. Split pushing again. Basically got a Herbachan overestimates his damage and thinks he can 1v1 me. Please don't follow me around when I'm split pushing this time. Got one TP there. It's a super bad fight, just defend. Okay, Rengar's also splitting. Yeah, we don't really want a team fight now. Wait till the next dragon mainly. I really need to get rid of this gun. Ah, piece of shit. These have been so close a lot of the time. Once I get the Infinity Edge, I should be able to do all of that. I mean, there's no way I'm grouping, but Rengar could have done something more useful than just into the turret. They just needed to stay there and defend, not push and try and get inhibitors. Just like what supposed to be said off Aphelios. That's what I do. There's literally no reason for me to want to team fight 5v5, we won't win. I mean, you guys don't appreciate the fact I'm drawing 2 or 3 people every time. You're just dying randomly, or refusing to use the pressure properly. Which, there's no point arguing with the, like, them here, because, you know, you're never going to play with them again, but it's basically a team brain issue. It would be very easy to use my pressure properly. But I probably do want to fight for the next dragon, just to make sure I've got the right guns ready. Which means I need to dump this ammo and the next gun. Green gun is quite quick to dump, fortunately. Got Infinity Edge. Rengar AFK? No, it's not. It's fine. Don't really want to just TP in. Oh, that's okay. I got him. Wait, are they just gonna die? What are they doing? Problem is your brain, not comp. And for some reason, Rengar following me around. Alright, Rengar should have got the dragon. I don't need people following me around, there's literally no reason for it. Need to dump this ammo as quick as possible. Ooh, that's annoying. Didn't have the right guns. That could have been easy turn if I had widespread. Ah, oh, so annoying. The Gromp would have got it as well. That was my plan. Dump my ammo on the Gromp. I could have definitely killed them all. They're gonna die. Yeah, they're all dead. We lose. This was mostly a Rengar problem, to be honest. If he didn't follow me around when I was trying to split push, I could have created enough pressure for them to win fights. But whatever. Why is that action damage? Ah, whatever. Decent game. This was definitely still a good game showing off kind of what Aphelios could do, because it doesn't matter too much that we lost because my team didn't play around it properly and kept following me. That's okay. It still showed off the power of the split push, so still a decent game overall, I think. Cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. So yeah, this game wasn't a win, which is fair enough. Not exactly like, oh, I got an S. There we go. Anyway, it was good showing off the laning power, I think, and there were a lot of moments that were super close. I just needed half an item extra, or my team not to be turbo running it, and I would have been able to carry that. So yeah, I'll still upload this. It's not like I'm going to bother not uploading a video just because I didn't win. I think it still shows off the game well, and that's what's important. Cool, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any feedback as ever, and see you soon.